A quick little reminder to kiss the like button if you like what you see, and also hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. All right, so around October of last year, I went to Japan with a lot of my team members on Team Dan Lot. About 1 week into this trip in Japan, my friend Victoria and a few other team members sat me down and had a good talk with me, and it winded up being a 4-hour long talk right in our hotel room. And then essentially how I felt at the time was just grilling me. And you might ask, okay, what were they grilling me about? They felt that I was being inconsiderate because I wasn't leading them essentially in Japan of where to go, what to do, and talk to certain people. It didn't really hit me, I guess, until Victoria, who is our director of events, pointed out that if you want to be a leader, you have to always keep other people in mind first. And that's what a leader does. And essentially telling Tina leader that she is not being a leader on this trip to Japan. I came to the realization that I was so used to being so reactive and not planning ahead ever and going with the flow. I grew up in LA, a lot of creatives here, right? And because I grew up in this little bubble of LA and the creative world and the entertainment and artists, I guess I still have a little leftover from that environment that I grew up in that I still need to mull over. But all of that at the end of the day is just an excuse because I do speak Japanese fluently and they do not, which is anything from just asking the train guy if this specific train will actually get to the destination we need to get to, instead of purely relying on Google Maps. Or if it's just asking for a paper napkin when we're at a restaurant together, from A to Z, it can be really anything, and it's taking care of the people around you, especially when you have an extra skill that nobody else really has. I didn't think about coordinating anything. I didn't think about, okay, these people don't speak Japanese. Maybe I should really plan out something for them. That's where I failed, and I take on that responsibility, fully failed at that, and fully failed as a leader amongst leaders to really make everybody feel safe and have them be able to enjoy the trip and for me to enjoy along with them. Now, a weekend and after I got that talk, trust me, I kicked up my game. Was I perfect? No, I was not perfect. But was it in my conscious mind? Was I thinking about it from that point on? Was I being very cognizant and conscious about what I was doing and where people were and how I can help and support them? Yes, 100%. But it is unfortunate that somebody had to point it out. I think at the end of the day, it's what you do with that information, because they were throwing pretty harsh words at me. But sometimes for me, you have to get really raw, really real for me to really take in what you're saying, especially when it comes to people that I really respect highly. And these are also my close friends as well. So there's a part of me that was really hurt with what they were saying, right? They felt like I didn't care about them because I didn't take care of them and support them in ways throughout the trip at that moment. Right. And it really hurt me because in my head, I'm like, wow, but I do care about you. Can't you tell how much I care about you? And I wasn't doing the actions to show how much I truly care. It was funny and interesting that Vic said about the 5 love languages. I said, I'm words of affirmation. So when people pay me a compliment that is earned, not just any compliment, because I really don't care about that, but when a compliment is earned, I care more about that than most anything else. And a secondary, maybe gift giving. But the point is, she said, yes, but when it comes to acts of service, even though that may not be our primary, everybody appreciates acts of service and they see that as somebody who is leading the way. So if you want to be the ultimate leader, you have to be able to master acts of service, right? You have to be able to master really looking out for people with action, not just with feelings, but with action, and just supporting them, looking out for them in any way possible at all times. So even though I wasn't working, right? Because in my head I was working. No, but I'm working. This is vacation. But it was pointed out that how you do anything is how you do everything, and I truly believe that. And so what Vic and other people are saying is that, you know what, if you operate like this with your close group of friends and people you supposedly highly respect, then how do you act with other people? We should be getting the most amount of support, the most amount of attention, the most amount of the best of Tina. So if this is the best, if this is the top tier, then what does that say about you, whether it's here or at work or anywhere else? And that really hit it home. That really hit it home. I'm not gonna lie. So what I'm just trying to bring to maybe you is to think about those minor moments, as I had to think about that. How you do anything is how you do everything, number one, as a leader. And then number two, to always think of others and how to support them at all times. And that's what a leader truly does. And that's how people look up to you as a leader in the first place. In my head, a leader is a mother. And it's that growth mentality, that growth mindset, allowing people to grow, but it doesn't mean that you're doing nothing. You still have to cultivate and support their environment to uplift them to do so. And whatever resource that you have, for me at the time, it was being able to speak Japanese fluently, right? That is a skill that I have that I can give onto them, right? To support them to have the best time in Japan. And whatever skill set, whatever resource, whatever assets you can give to help support them do and grow, however, wherever, what goal they need to, and wherever they need to go. And that is your role as a leader. It's essentially being the ultimate mother. And that's really what I learned in the trip of Japan. I don't know if that really makes sense. It's just a matter of me realizing that, yes, these people are independent people. They are strong and they can take care of themselves. That is true. But it's always nice to be taken care of, whether you can take care of yourself or not. And so putting myself in that position and helping support that person in that way, that's the best way that you can showcase being a leader. But that is my belief system now after the October event. But let me know what you think. Comment below. Do you think that a leader is ultimately somebody who helps other people grow and cultivate whatever it is that they need to do and be, right? Become in order to reach their goal. And in that process, of course, adding those resources to them, giving them the tools, giving them the skill set in order for them to get to where they need to go. Is that the best form of leadership? I don't know, but to me, in my life, that's what I'm working on. So I hope it helps or resonates with you in any type of way. But if not, that's cool too. Just let me know, comment below, and kiss that like button if you did like my personal story and what I've learned and what I continue to learn as well. And I will see you on the next video if you subscribe and click that bell button. So make sure you do that. See you then.